What it is, y'all, it is your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back today with more Danmachi. Now, today's going to be an interesting one. Now, we do have a new banner incoming, and I'm sure you guys were expecting a video on this, so you guys usually ask for my opinion on these banners. And this one's going to be an interesting one, to say the least, because while I do feel like at least one of these units is phenomenal, I'm probably going to tell you to chill, and I'll kind of explain why. Now, first of all, let's talk about the units, and kind of go into what I'm figuring on this, okay? First unit up is Tiona, and Tiona's skill is really simple. Well, actually, no, it's not. It's super complicated. But it isn't. She's an assist. She does physical resist down 20%, and she has 4 additional actions. Low Earth, foe singular, low Earth physical attack. This effect can happen twice in one turn. So basically what this is this is like an assist, for all intents and purposes, that does 2 counters per turn. Now, that means that turn 1, turn 2, she's doing counters. What does this mean? This means this is a strictly wargame unit. Or, as technically it would be useful in Record Buster, but only some Record Busters. And even then, like, the amount of usefulness that, like, an early counter on, like, turn 1 and turn 2 would have, you would be a lot better off using somebody else. Especially if you're going for full physical resistance. Physical resistance down 25% would be a lot more useful in a lot of circumstances. So really, like I said, this is more like Wargame, Undertale, Skira, things like that. This is your, like, true and honest, like, PvP unit exclusively, nearly exclusively. Now, I said there are other uses, but honestly, I like this unit. I think she's pretty cool, but not really one that I think you should go crazy over. Personally, a lot of people are going to get her for the waifu purposes or for collection purposes or whatever, but I'll be honest, so few of you are going to see any kind of longevity out of this unit. Now, you might instantly see some rewards, you know, like Undertale Skira. You'll probably see people running her like crazy in Wargame for the next 6 months or whatever, but that's a topic I'll get to here at the end of the video. But trust me on this one, as good as she's going to be at the beginning, I kind of feel like this is the beginning of kind of this era of, you know, more attacky assists, if that makes any sense. And we've seen this before. It's literally not the first person we've seen with this mechanic, but it definitely does take it to more of like an attack level, even though she is an assist. So very interesting unit. But I would say probably consider your options wisely and probably hold off. Now, I'm not talking to the whales. I'm talking to my free-to-play players. And a lot of you are going to go, hold up, you know this unit's going to be, like, I don't know about the meta, but this unit's going to be super popular in Wargame, super popular in Undertale Skira, and yes, but let me explain at the end of the video why I say that. Let me go ahead and get to Tiona, and we'll kind of loop this all together here at the end, okay? Tiona, alright? These are the only 2 units on this banner. All right. Now, obviously, there are the 3 stars and all that, and there will probably be some general pool units struck in here. But if you're going for the guaranteeds, you know, remember, the 1st, 4th, 7th, and 10th are all going to be guaranteed new units. It's going to be one of the 2. So if you're really looking to MLB them and you have the free-to-play hours and you really want these units for whatever reason, it's a good opportunity. Not an opportunity I'm going to partake in, though. Honestly, I'm going to pass. We're going to get a free draw on this anyway, but I'm getting off topic again. Let me talk about her, and we'll talk about that at the end of the video. Okay? Tiona, allies. Strength and Dex plus 20%. So it's a very nice skill, and it will work pretty nice, actually, with Tiona. So they work really well together. Here's the best part about her. Foes wind resistance down 20%. So if you've got a really good wind team, which, frankly, I do not, she's pretty much going to be a must for that team. Now, let me emphasize this. I do personally feel like we will get more wind resistance assists that do 20% here probably in the next year or so, and we'll probably get units that do double 20% really soon, like spring, I'm guessing. So, or maybe like a 15 and a 20 or something like that. Like, if you don't get this unit now, not only do you have an opportunity to get her later, because she's not time limited. Neither one of these units are time limited, and we'll talk more about that in a moment. But I feel like there's going to be more units that are going to do this exact thing, and maybe better later on down the road. So, here's what I'm getting at, okay? Now, we're going to switch gears a little bit. We're going to talk about just general Danmachi, like, I guess, current ongoings. Because I've seen, the biggest gripe I've seen for people is that there's just too many banners. And I can't disagree with you. Like, there are 100% just an insane number of banners in this game. But let me offset that by saying, unless you're trying to hit every single banner to fruition, you really don't need to worry about that. Okay? A banner like this is a great opportunity for just kind of hang back and chill. You know, the people that need win teams, great, they can go ham. The whales, great, they can go ham. And sure, you're gonna like lose a little like I guess a little bit of pace to some of the other units. If you don't get a 20% wind unit, the next time wind is, you know, proper awesome in Record Buster, you might not be able to pull a top 500 score. But I would argue this, okay? And this is really my point. The one thing I really love about this game is how free-to-play friendly it is, okay? So they're going to give you an insane number of opportunities to reacquire these units. Now, to be fair, it's going to be mostly chance. Or if you're like me and you do the monthly full course, you can actually throw them into your monthly gacha. So that is another opportunity. Now, once again, that's a paid opportunity. That is not a free-to-play opportunity. But as far as I'm concerned, that is actually a very viable opportunity and one that I'm going to partake in. But that's me. The full free-to-play opportunity, you're looking at things like we have right now, where we got like the next 2 weeks of free 11 draws. They're probably not going to be added into the general pool before that expires. In fact, I guarantee you they're not going to be. But by the next time we get it, probably during wintertime, we'll get it again for another week or two. We'll get it during like the US anniversary, things like that. You could pretty much expect that we're going to see this again, and maybe even then some. And then we might even see the all 4-star gacha come back in more epic fashion. So there's a lot more opportunities out there to acquire a lot of these units. This game is insanely free-to-play friendly. So don't look at these units and get, for lack of a better word, greedy. Understand the limitations of the iris that you have, respect the iris that you have, and say, you know what? I'm going to hold off and I'm going to wait for a time-limited unit. I'm going to wait for the winter units. I'm going to wait for this banner, or I'm going to wait for this element, or so on and so forth. Because honestly, and this is kind of where I'm going to get with all this, if you have a really good water team from the anniversary, you are most likely going to be able to score really well in Record Buster, if not top 500, which I've managed top 500 every time except for this last time, and a lot of that was just I didn't apply myself enough. As you can kind of tell, my schedule's been a little crazy. And Wargame, I'm always Jester rank. Now, as you guys know, I do spend a lot of money in the game, but mostly during the anniversaries. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is something I've noted with this game. If you save for important times, you know, end of the year / New Year's, anniversary, and any kind of real-time limited banners. And I'd even throw Valentine's in there, too. Those units tend to be really good. Save for those types of very pivotal banners, and you'll be fine. You're not going to get top marks. Don't look at the whales and set them as, you know, this is where I have to be. Because if you're free-to-play, you're never going to be there. But this game will reward you. If you're top 1,000 in Record Buster every single time, look at how much Irish you're getting. What's that, 650? That's more than a multi. And you're getting that every 2 weeks. If you're shooting for King 1, which is a very reasonable result in Wargame, that's very doable free to play. And all you have to do is like have really good team synergy. It's really not hard. Undertale Obscura is even better because you could set up multiple teams for multiple things. So you don't need to hit every single banner that drops. In fact, this one's going to give you a free draw anyway. So whatever you get, enjoy, walk away. Unless you got a crazy win team, unless you got this, unless you got that. As good as some of these units look, and they're always made to look really good, if you're free to play, don't sweat it. They'll be great. You'll miss out a little bit, but at the end of the day, you're not going to miss out so much that you're going to be missing some really amazing rewards. Don't get so caught up in the hype. Put stock and value in what you have, and let that drive you into the next banners, into the next events, and so on. I can tell you from experience, my teams going into this next Familia event are going to be abysmal. But you know what? It's okay, because a couple of the teams that I have that are going to be backup teams are going to do all right. And even some of the people that have really insane teams that have spent an insane amounts of money, but maybe don't have the team building skills, will probably be pulling the same amount of same scores and whatever that I'll be pulling with my subpar team. So it's really all about understanding the mechanics and learning the game. You'll get very, very far. You're not going to make top marks. Don't set that as your goal. Set your goal as top 1,000. You know, or for our Familia, we always set the goal like 30 to 40 overall. Fantastic goal, fantastic placement, especially for free-to-play people. That's really what I want to do. I want to talk about like level setting expectations, because going into this, a lot of people are looking at these, getting crazy, getting hype. Do the free poll, see what you get. If you don't get one, if you're going after one, do a couple of draws, but walk away with whatever you've got, and don't lose your shirt on these banners. Save for whatever's coming next, no matter how great they actually might be. That's all I want to say. Like, comment, share. I'll catch you guys tonight for the live stream, which might be a little bit late, guys, but we will be doing the Danmachi live stream this evening.